Hi, travelers. We're going to be doing a open reading today, and we're going to be looking at basically the post solar eclipse, which occurred on July 5th. And this is a really interesting eclipse for me because it happened in the sign of Capricorn, and it touched on America's ascendant. Okay, um, and as we all know, eclipses hide things. So within 3 days, before or after, it's a blind spot. But actually, whatever that eclipse is triggering, it can be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, all the way out to several years. What the effect is going to be, we don't know. And that's the blind spot. And so I remember telling you guys a couple of months ago that the fall for the coronavirus is going to be um, even worse. And as you can see now, we have, whether you believe in it or not, the truth of the matter is people are sick, people are dying. This thing is highly contagious. It doesn't care if you don't believe in it or not. It doesn't care what your party is. It doesn't care what your race is or your religious affiliation or what you do for a living. And so this is, and I've been trying to put out the warning that if you can, start putting away food now, even if it's just dried goods. Do that, because I think people are missing a lot of the connections in terms of what's happening. At the beginning of this thing, people were panic buying, right? And what we didn't know at the time behind those scenes was that all of those people that were ill in China, where they shut down everything, that made production slow, right? Well, now you not only still have a slow production, you're going to have less people working. If they're not working due to the virus itself and safety issues, then it is because those workers who are producing things are ill, and some of them may not make it. And so it is a good idea for you to attempt to try to put away whatever things that you can. Beans, rice, dried goods, whatever dried goods you can, beef jerky, I don't know, whatever stuff that you can try to put away. If you don't have access to a freezer, you should try to start putting away things now. And so what I'm going to do is to just open the cards and see what the cards have to say, if anything. Now, granted, because it's open, I don't know what the cards are going to talk about. That's what I'd like to talk about or look at, but there's no guarantee. So with that said, we're going to be using the Fantastical Creatures Tarot. I'm going to either clarify with La Vida Sibila, or I'm going to clarify with the Conjure Playing cards, okay? But most definitely at the end, we will pull up a Nostradamus Oracle card. Now, I still have not figured out how to keep this damn camera from shutting off. So if it shuts off while I'm in the middle of it, rest assured I'm going to come right back and turn the camera back on and try to continue, okay? Because sometimes I'll look up and it's completely off, and I've been talking 20 minutes. So so just kind of, I've been with the Apple people, and I can't figure out what the hell is going on with the thing. There's a conflict, and I don't know what it is. So with that said, let me turn the camera around. I've already done some shuffling. And that sound of, it's a whirring sound, and I know you guys can hear it. I have the computers elevated, so it shouldn't be getting that hot. And I don't like the fact that that camera whirs like that, the fan. So, here we go. I've got some dental issues happening. And I just found out I got full dental benefits with the VA. I was like, what? Had it for 2 years and didn't know it. So I'm going to be having some dental work done this week. I really need it. And so I've been having it's so funny with Mercury retrograde. You know how we tell y'all things break down, and anything that has to do with communication, phones, faxes, text messages, these things. I lost my voice at the end of the month, the beginning of the month, for a few days. And now I'm having some teeth issues. So that is, my communication has been completely kind of down. So with that said, it's just interesting how things can play out. Hold on one second. Leo. Don't do it. My cat now. Get out. Let me throw my shoe at him. Hold on. Get out. Get. So mischievous. Damn it. Okay. 9 cards down. The 4 of Swords. There we go. Oh, wow. The Temperance card. That kind of says a lot. Let me see if I can. The 2 of Wands. Right, well, that kind of makes sense in this environment. So, the 6 of Wands. Always. There's our Jupiter. This is Jupiter in Leo. That's the energy of the card, okay? And we do have this transit of Jupiter. And I've been trying to impress upon you guys that anytime you want to know where you can grow and expand and be given opportunities, find out what house Jupiter is transiting through. He's in Capricorn, but he's going to be leaving, I want to say October or November. So if you get your sun sign chart, if you don't have your sun sign chart, email me and I will send it to you, okay? Because this is really, really important, all right? The 6 of Pentacles. So now I have 2 6s. The 5 of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. The King of Cups. Wow. And the 3 of Wands. Well, this could be any number of things. Okay, so let's, there's the 8 of Pentacles. So, I'm going to stop this and then restart it, and hopefully that'll keep it from shutting off, okay? So, give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and hopefully this will keep it from shutting off. No guarantees. So, I only have one major arcana card here, and that is the Temperance. 1 sword, 1, 2, 3 wands, 2 pentacles, and 2 cups. The 2 6s can mean justifiable faith and trust in your partner. And 2 6s also mean, now, shoot, I can't, let me get my book. Oh my God, I'm so broken down. The 2 6s mean, hold on, let me just pull it up. That's the justifiable faith and trust in your partner. And if I'm not mistaken, the other 2 6s has to do with, I was looking at the wrong thing. Issues surrounding equality may affect the relationship. To me, where the crux of the issue lies is this top row. This is the past, the present, the future, past, present, future, with the interplay of the cards. Now, it could be any type of relationship, right? There are definitely some financial things involved here, some actual things done, or at least the determination to do things. But it could also be the way you've been doing things or the way things should be done with the pentacles. The cups just say that there is a emotional quality to it. This is something you have some type of vested emotional interest in, right? I can say that what I do like is this 3 of Wands at the very end. Now, I don't know if why this King of Cups has shown up where he has, but the Queen of Pentacles could be an earth sign female, right? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but she could also be you in terms of how you are handling your finances, or the things that you own, whatever your wealth or your property are. The King of Cups would be a water sign male. So we're looking at a Cancer, Scorpio, and or a Pisces. But a lot of times he will have to do with issues concerning the law. Now, there's another thing about the King of Cups that you should be careful of, because in his negative, it's not somebody that you want to put your full faith and trust in. And if don't tell him any secrets, because I guarantee you he's not going to be able to keep them. And so you want to be kind of cautious about whoever this person is. I'm not really picking up anything negative off of this particular spread. I do have some questions about this Five of Cups here. Okay. But what I'm looking at in the past is some idea of either removing yourself or taking some kind of time out. Maybe this is an actual physical healing. Maybe you yourself have been ill, and not feeling up to snuff. The Temperance also implies the same thing, that there's a healing here trying to take place. And then the Two of Wands is saying that you're at a crossroads about something. There's some kind of choice or decision that needs to be made, but it also speaks to an opposition. So this could be somebody being opposed against you, or you being opposed against yourself, right? It definitely speaks to some kind of choice needing to be made. Now, I do sense that after this break, there's been some kind of, I don't know, regret or sadness or some kind of loss, but it's only based upon the idea of not knowing what you really want. Okay. Sometimes we think we want one thing and we go after it, and then when we get it, it's completely disappointing, or it's not what we thought it was at all, right? But that's, and it's only natural to perhaps be sad or have regrets about it, particularly if it didn't turn out the way that we wanted it to, but it's not necessarily the end of the world. For others of you, whatever this decision is, or this choice, this option, this crossroads that you are at, the Six of Wands tells me that you have, in effect, kind of overcome that. It's not a 5, it's a 6. And the Six of Wands is talking about the idea of just maybe powering through something, right? Actually just muscling through it, getting through it, overcoming it, recognizing that the people who came behind you, so to speak, or the people who may have affected the situation, really kind of helped you get through it. But to me, the Six of Wands is also, because this is Jupiter's eagle, and this is about having that long-term vision. Where do you want to go? What are you seeing for yourself ahead? And thus far, having taken that fire in your belly, that hungriness, or that hunger that you have in your belly, and just kind of going after it. It does, for some of you, bring about this opportunity to move ahead and move forward with something. But what I find the most interesting is he's got 3 wands in each hand. And by the time we get over here to this Jinn, there's just 3 wands left. So this could be the idea that you leave something or someone behind and move forward with whatever it was that you have in your mind, whatever that goal is, whatever that desire is. Okay? This Temperance card is kind of funny at the top. It does speak about the reconciliation. Sometimes when I say that, people are like, oh, we're going to get back together. Well, that may be so. But basically, the spiritual meaning of the Temperance is learning to balance out both sides of yourself, the fire and the water, taking the time to get clear and get balanced so that you can perhaps walk that middle path, reconciling, accepting that, okay, things didn't go the way that I wanted them to, but it's not the end of the world. Does that make any sense? So it's that reconciliation, the recombination of bringing that fire and that water back together so that you can operate from the best space possible. With this Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles usually represents the idea of financial balance, but also balance in terms of the things that you're doing. Okay, the coins represent the physical aspect, so it's not just about material things or the material realm. It's also, what are you doing or how are you doing to attain those things, or to keep those things, or to accrue those things, and what is the value worth of the time that you're spending to do those things. So I'm quite curious to know, to me, what stands out, the oddest thing, is this particular King of Cups, because of where he falls. And so I'm going to read to you the meanings of these cards, and then we're going to take a look particularly at this King of Cups and this Five of Cups, because these two things are related. That is the energy that I'm picking up. So we'll start with the Four of Swords, and then I'm going to have to go take a little antibiotic. I got to go to the dentist, I think. I don't know, Monday morning, Tuesday morning. Okay, so here's the Four of Swords. A time of sorrow and misfortune is followed by a period of peaceful rest and recovery. That's why this has come up. So something has, I don't know where this regret is coming from. I don't know if this is you having regrets about how things, maybe something occurred, or regrets about this decision that you had to make, right? I mean, we always have a choice, and maybe our choices aren't the best, right? Both of them are kind of shitty choices. So you try to pick the one that's going to mitigate the situation the less, that's going to help or lessen or soften whatever the problem is, right? At least that's the way I try to do it. It doesn't always work the way I try to, you know. But for me, my main thing is if I am in doubt about something, I don't. And I don't try to agonize over making that choice. I may spend 2 or 3 days thinking about it, but if I'm in doubt, I just flat out say no, you know. And that can bring up a lot of fear. What if I've done the wrong thing? But I can honestly say, and for me personally, that's my ego talking to me. And the reason why my ego is, oh, what if I made the wrong? But if I had doubt about it, if I wasn't sure, if I didn't know deep down in my heart that that was the right thing, ultimately it turns out that saying no is the best thing for me, right? It may mean I have to alter everything else that I had plans. I may have to change. I may have to scrap. I may have to start over. But I'm operating from a better place, okay? So that was our Four of Swords. Let's take a look at our Temperance here. This Temperance is quite interesting too. So it says a time of moderation and harmony, a period of inner growth and using your energies wisely. But here's this Two of Wands. And I think some of you may still kind of be on the fence, so to speak, about something. The Two of Wands. You are awaiting, excuse me, the results from something you have started. Focus your energy and will to fulfill your desires, but be certain that the end result is what you really want. And that's what this is. Okay? So that's why I say, out of all the cards in this, I don't understand who this guy is and why he's here. The Six of Wands. An important message will soon come to you in a dream or an unexpected event. Courage and determination are necessary to win your way through opposition. Remember, I was talking about that opposition. So I think this guy is going to figure prominently in the situation. The Six of Pentacles. Abundance and prosperity will enable you to help someone else in need. You will be able to repay your debts. So again, I don't know who this person is and why he's here and what he's trying to tell me. An emotional time in your life when you should think through every action twice before doing it. Your own attitudes make you unhappy. And I think the unhappiness is coming from the idea that either you feel you don't have a choice or you're not too excited about your choices. Right? And as I always tell you, so you don't make a decision, but even not making a decision is a decision. It's a choice, right? Not choosing is also a choice. So the Queen of Pentacles here. And because you show up as a queen, both of you are on equal footing. Okay? You're showing up as a queen, he's showing up as a king. So you guys are on equal footing. Right? the Queen of Pentacles. Spend wisely. You will gain personal and financial security only after a hard struggle. It says this card may symbolize a woman who manages money well and is a good advisor. The Choice. I don't know if some of you have received money or are receiving money, or some money may be coming in, or somebody's going to help you. That could be who this guy is. Okay. He may come along and offer you something or some kind of help or assistance. Let's see what the King of Cups has to tell us. It says, if a person, he denotes a kind man. He could be a father or a father figure. But it also says, if you are facing a situation, it is a favorable enterprise. However, it says you may experience a cycle of unstable emotions because you're not sure what you should be doing or if you should do it. And my role as a reader is not to tell you what you should do. My role is to try to give you the information, help you to find alternate ways of looking at the situation, and then of course you are responsible for making your own choices and decisions. The Three of Wands. You are building a firm foundation. More patience and planning are needed before all of the pieces are in place. Now, what I find interesting about this, over the top of the reading, is this Eight of Pentacles. And as you can see that full moon there in the back? This tells me that it's related to the eclipse that we just had on July 5th. And let's see, how many pentacles do I have here? 2. So again, 2 pentacles now. We go from an 8 of Pentacles to the 6, so that tells me there's 2 pentacles there. And again, it's about a choice and or a decision. Okay? So let's look at the 8 of Pentacles. There's definitely some kind of financial aspect to this. I'm just not quite sure what it is. It says, professional, this can indicate professional progress. Hard work will bring you rewards and satisfaction. This card is about when you are seeking a new job or trade, and it aids in strengthening your self-confidence to tackle a new skill. Underneath this is justice. It's justice. And maybe this card may give you the answer that you are looking for. Justice in this is an 11, right? Hold on. Because justice says, danger is near, but you will come to no harm. An unpleasant event will take you by surprise. However, you will not suffer from it as karma is being balanced in your life. And I believe that that's what this is. Something did not go the way that you thought, you planned, you hoped. For some of you, you may be going through this at this particular time within the next couple of weeks into the month of August. And if you'll take a look, we're already in the 7th month of 2020. This year is halfway over. I want to take a look. I'm going to use the playing cards, because what I want to look at, just flat out, I want to take a look at this King of Cups. Seven of Diamonds. 8 of Hearts. 3 of Diamonds. That, my friends, is very, very interesting. Now, let me my next card is the Two of Wands. That's the one that is speaking and saying that it wants to be looked at. This may have another puzzle piece. This is about messages, I think. I know this one's about messages. What is the Two of Wands? I know I read it. I just can't remember what it told me. The 2, you are awaiting the results. I don't know if this also has to do with this Mercury retrograde. You're waiting to hear back from something or someone. In which case, hopefully, you've been using this time of slowdown to kind of really work on some things for yourself, some goals, that you've had. The 7 of clubs, so number 7. The 10 of clubs, wow. And that card always represents some kind of success in work and business. Look at that. And the 10 of hearts. Wow. Okay. Now let's take a look at the 5 of cups. Of course, I'm going to read you these meanings. It is still this King of Cups that kind of, I don't know. Let's take a look at this Jack of Hearts. Ace of Hearts. Wow. King of Spades. Now, I don't know. Excuse me. Because we have this 3 here. And I'm not sure if this is a third party. Only you would know that. So, let me... That's why I like using the playing cards, because they just kind of get straight to the damn point. Hold on here. I don't even think I got the right... Yes, I do. Okay. We are going to start with the 7 of diamonds. It says an argument concerning finances, okay, or on the job. Generally, it is expected to be resolved in a positive manner. Remember I told you, there you're holding 2 wands, 6 wands in your hands, and this ends with 3. Yeah? 8 of hearts. It says an unexpected gift or an invitation to a party. But here with the 3 of diamonds, and diamonds are, it says a legal letter. So be tactful with others in order to avoid disputes. Remember I was telling you, this guy will sometimes show up like a somebody having to do with the law. So maybe this is you've been waiting on some kind of law thing to be resolved. And maybe that's who that is. I don't know. So we're going to look at these clubs now. It says business success, although there may be problems with the opposite sex. A change in business that may have been expected or earned, such as a promotion. Again, it says business success, good luck with money. And it also says a trip taken now may result in a new friend or love interest. The 10 of hearts. Again, good luck and success. This is important as it suggests good fortune after a difficulty. And I think maybe this is where you're coming from. You're waiting on those results. And maybe this Mercury retrograde and this eclipse has given you that blackout. That's that blackout period that I'm talking about, where you have no clue. You can't see what's happening. You don't know who. You don't know what. You don't know what direction it's coming from. Okay, and so this is why I say, and during a retrograde phase, no matter what planet is in retrograde, and we have lots of planets in retrograde, it is a time to review things, to go over things, to look over the past, so that you can get clear when the retrograde's in on the direction in which you want to go. So we have the Jack of Hearts, and this is what's interesting to me, because this is two people. A warm-hearted friend. It says it often points to a younger admirer. With the Ace of Hearts, love and happiness, the home, a love letter. It is a particularly favorable card that indicates troubles and problems lifting. So that's twice you've gotten that message. Okay? But here's this King of Spades. It says a dark-haired man or a man with air predominating his chart, usually ambitious and self-serving. Let me give you another um, interpretation of this King of Spades. Usually somebody who's tall, dark, over 40, and from a foreign land. Not necessarily a Lothario or a Rasputin, but suggestive of one. In other words, it's somebody who can hold great mental power or great mental sway over you. Okay? Usually somebody that's foreign, but can also, but it's always nicer than the homegrown variety of legend. Okay? I don't know who that person is. I don't know why he has presented himself. If this is about you, this is asking you to be careful and to watch out. Okay? That I can say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 I'm going to pull 3 cards on these. Costanza, Mercante, Fedeltà. In other words, this is telling me that it is about keeping the faith, because whoever this person is, he's also a king of coins here. So there's some kind of financial aspect. This is going to be some kind of business guy or somebody who can get some things done. Okay? And it is going to be somebody that you can trust. So the question becomes, who is this? Now, I don't know, as I say, if this is about a divorce and or a separation, or, you know, that's kind of the energy that's coming off of this. Maybe you've been waiting for your alimony or your payments, child support, or whatever that is to come through. Money, denari. That's that emotional thing. Di dono de servizio. That implication of helping and someone having money, because only rich women had ladies' maids back in the day, or rich people had help, you know what I mean? Also, it's the idea of her waving something goodbye, the bon voyage, okay? There you are. Again, you show up, the Queen of Coins. So, basically, I think the question, if the question is, will this divorce or separation or financial issue with this person be settled, and will it be settled in my favor? Yes, that, here you are, okay? Also, I mean, at the end of this, somebody's still left with 3 wands. You got 3 and he got 3, okay? The other thing, situation is, oh shit, what was I saying about that? Oh, the second situation could be this particular work project or this particular thing that I'm trying to accomplish or do. Will that come through for me? The answer is yes. Okay, it will. Now, you're probably going to have to start over or reconfigure or but this is the time to do that, to rework, revise, review, okay, because it's going to be a different landscape after this. So let's formulate one question for the Nostradamus. As I said, this whole reading just wasn't, it's not very negative. There was no really negativity. What I kept getting off of it was uncertainty and fear, a little bit of fear and doubt. But then, you know, those things can make you ill. So stop it. Oh, it's upside down. If I'm not mistaken, those are the cherries. I have my deck upside down. The cherries, number 21. He who believes everything with ease will often be seen reddened and teased. In other words, don't be a fool. Perhaps you are too trusting and not worldly enough. Look carefully within or in those around you to separate the illusions from the truths that you need. And I think that's what you're supposed to be doing right now, and not worrying about whatever else, because it looks as though the universe is going to take care of that for you. It may be slow in coming, or it may be confusing, but it's only because you're standing in your own way by being fearful and being worried and being suspicious. If you have a bad feeling about somebody, recognize it for what it is and take a step back. I think, to me, the most important thing what the cards are saying is that you really need to be focusing on yourself, because it looks as though this situation is going to work out in your favor. And when I say in your favor, that doesn't necessarily mean if you're waiting on a big chunk of money that that's what you're going to get. But then some money is better than no money, and then that situation is behind you, right? So that's what I have for you. I hope that message helped you guys, and I'm going to be trying to get the July readings up onto the channel, and I've got a couple more articles coming out for you hopefully this week. I don't know what I'm going to be able to say or do after they get through with the dentist, so we shall see. So till next time, namaste.